Good day, His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Vice President, Dr. Kashim Shettima, the Senate, the House of Representatives, all executive governors of Nigeria, Nigerian security leaders, religious leaders, traditional rulers, amiable Nigerians at home and in diaspora, corporate organizations in Nigeria and abroad, African leaders and friends of Nigeria all over the world. My name is Capstone A. Peter Olawore, the co-founder/president, Giant Pride Company Nigeria. I consider it a great privilege to use this medium to discharge my long heartfelt feelings and reactions towards the situation of our dear country and continent. Samson Hadapo said, and I quote, "Several decades after independence, Africa remained absolutely but dependent. We depend on others for the road we use, for the cars we drive, for the juice we drink. Oh, Africa has been so barren, as if Africans were born with expired brains. Money cannot cure poverty, so we don't need more money. Riches cannot cure poverty, so we don't need more toys. Service is the cure to poverty, so we need more sense for service." End of quote. Sense for service actually led to the initiative of War Against Poverty campaign. It is a known fact that economic depression, massive prolonged hardship, overwhelming poverty and debt, distress, violence, age-long security challenges, avoidable epidemics, steady technological backwardness, austerity, high crime rate, and massive unemployment are realities in Nigeria. They are what characterize the day-to-day life in most African nations. Different schools of thought have pointed out many factors responsible for these problems. Some even classify them into three, as leadership, culture, and generational mentality bankruptcy. The political instability in Nigeria is one of the reasons for collapse of business in our country and other African nations. For enterprise to grow, we need to have receptive stability. Apart from this, politics and policies go hand in hand. There is inconsistency in our policies. We can see other parts of the world, like Indonesia, who had conflicts like genocide, economic crisis, etc. But it's still growing very fast because of policy consistencies. Culture has played a critical role in slowing down our progress in Africa. Ethnic diversity is not supposed to be a problem, but it's part of our problems today. In China, India, and Malaysia, they have different ethnic groups, but still they are together. India and China have huge population, still they have a common focus and goal. Singapore is a very diverse, multi-ethnic, multicultural, multi-religious society made up of diverse people and national origins. Yet, this nation was able to forge a unified identity that has powered its extraordinary economic progress and development. The people simply see themselves first as Singaporeans. But in our own case, ethnic factors have contributed greed, which resulted into corruption. All over the world we have corruption. However, if corruption is not controlled by collective effort, it will continue to have a very negative effect on the economic growth and development. Nevertheless, history and existing facts have clearly demonstrated that Nigeria is not only destined to be the giant of Africa, but one of the most covetous settlements in the world. Nigeria is filled with majesty, mysteries, and natural beauty, rich with diversity, natural resources, and cultural splendor, colorful, creative, innovative, and thrilling. Nigeria is a birthplace of man where legends abound. A land upon which great warriors and giants dwelt. A distinguished region that attracts people around the world. Our nation, Nigeria, is blessed with abundantly diverse agroecologies, predestinated to make us a land of bountiful harvest, with the capacity to feed Africa and even the world entirely. President Tinubu's declaration of food security emergency and the prediction of 2030 global famine by the Global Food Organization, among others, are confirmed signals that it is time to exploit the untapped agribusiness economies in Nigeria. For this cause, War Against Poverty campaign is battered to wake up the sleeping economic giants and provoke the assembly of a new generation of rugged entrepreneurs, investors, innovators, inventors, and business owners at home and from around the world. Those brave ones who could see the light at the end of the tunnel and dare to forge massive wealth creation and prosperity for Nigeria with a resultant effect on the industrialization of Africa. This fresh novelty campaign is also aimed at revealing the splendor of diversity as our strength and to complement the Nigerian government effort towards socio-economic recovery. Now, it is my pleasure to announce to the whole world that poverty is a curse as much as wealth is a blessing. Believe it or not, there is a spiritual dimension of poverty and wealth. King Solomon, a wise man who ever lived, explained in the Bible, according to the book of Proverbs chapter 23 verse 5, that if you put your trust in riches, it can develop wings and fly away from you overnight. Note that it is practically impossible to permanently solve any problem without God's factor. Witty discovery is more of revelations than analysis, and divine help is the bedrock of outstanding success. King Solomon said further in Proverbs chapter 10 verse 22, the blessing of the Lord, it makes rich, and he has no sorrow with it. Also it is written, but you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth. I repeat, but you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. Therefore, power to get wealth is an indispensable spiritual factor to overcome debt, lack, distress, poverty, and any form of financial challenges for any individual, family, community, organization, or nation. Is there any financial battle in your life that has locked down your destiny for a long time? Are you overwhelmed with sorrow, terrible debt, and poverty? Is your business or source of income bankrupt or at the verge of bankruptcy? Do you want deliverance from sorrowful wealth syndrome? Peradventure, you are joyfully basking in wealth, but desire to move to the next level of prosperity? Jesus Christ is the surest hope for you, for it is he alone who overcame all financial troubles by his shed blood on the cross of Calvary. And Jesus Christ alone can give the original power to get wealth without any sorrow attached. It is written, whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. I repeat, whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Surrender your life to Jesus today, then call upon his wonderful name for help, and he will speedily rescue you from that trouble by mercy and give you the original power to get wealth. Let all the glory and honor be ascribed unto Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, the King of Kings, and the custodian of witty inventions. Right now, as you give your life to Jesus and call upon his wonderful name for help, I decree that the yoke of poverty, debt, distress, sorrowful wealth syndrome, and any form of financial troubles be destroyed now in your life and in the land of Nigeria, in the mighty name of Jesus. Nigeria, and all of you under the sound of my voice, receive now power to get wealth in the mighty name of Jesus. God bless you all. God bless our leaders. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Shalom.